the pages of a newspaper. We're looking at different sport corners, and we'll look at the matches that were played yesterday in different places, and we'll tell you how Boston Celtics have just taken the world over. Yes, indeed, by storm with their 18th title. Kachiokafo is my name. They call me the Queen of Sports. We'll just run off, starting with Nigeria Tribune. Nigerian Tribune is where we'll be starting our newspaper review in the Sports Corner this morning. And I tell you, Euros 2024, Mbappe to miss a Netherlands game. That is the first story there. That's the first headline there. Euro 2024, Mbappe to miss Netherlands game. And then Chelsea City EPL opener. Yes, a Chelsea City EPL opener. I don't know if as a Chelsea fan you're in any way bothered by the fact that Chelsea will be taking on Manchester City in the very first game of the next Premier League season. That's the 2024-2025 EPL season. All right, you can drop comments on that really on our WhatsApp. On WhatsApp, we're on 0809-993-0137. 0809-993-0137. As a Chelsea fan, are you in any way bothered? Because some jabs were going to Chelsea fans yesterday. And even the day before yesterday, just been jabs and banters. Chelsea fans have been receiving that, And there's a corner where they have a Euro 2024 result. Arsenal unwilling to pay more than 75 million euros on Victor Osimhen. You can check the very back of a Nigerian Tribune, for details of these sports stories. Yes, indeed. And then we'll just move over to the leadership newspaper, where the very back page, they have a whole lot, of sports stories. But I'll tell you that Arena Sabalenka will not play Olympics to prioritize health. It is on the leadership sports. Yes, just at the very back of that paper, Sabalenka will not play Olympics to prioritize health. Elsewhere, Celtics beat Dallas to win record 18th NBA title. For all the b-ball lovers, that story will interest you a lot. And then if you're a fan of the UFC, Adesanya announced return to UFC 305 against Plessis. And Paris Olympics, Thompson will not defend 200 meters title. There's just so much to look at in the leadership sports. The very back of the newspaper, that's where you see all this. Premier League 2024-2025 fixtures released as Ipswich open with Liverpool and Chelsea set to host Manchester City. Remember, you can drop your take on any of these headlines, and I'll do well to take them, yes, if time permits. So that's why I rolled out our WhatsApp line so that you can drop your comments there. If you're on Facebook, you can also drop your comments. Okay, we would try to look at them at some point. Finally, NFF accepts Finidi's resignation. This one is on Vanguard newspaper, the back page. That's where you have Vanguard Sports, and the Finidi definitely resigned, but the NFF did not accept because they said the resignation letter was not signed. So now he has submitted a signed version. Finally, NFF accepts Finidi's resignation. Details of that story you will find on the very back of the Vanguard newspaper. Mbappe remains with France despite broken nose. You'll see that story as well on the Vanguard Sports. 2024-2025 season, Chelsea to battle Manchester City in opening day of the season. Yes. And Arsenal will face Wolves. Manchester United set to host Fulham. Back page of the Vanguard newspaper. It's Vanguard Sports that is that segment, so you will see that. On The Guardian, the back of the newspaper, Doma United battle Sunshine Stars to avert relegation. Remember that the last match day of the 2023-2024 NPFL season is this coming Sunday, and different centers will be agog at the same time, 4 p.m. It will be amazing. It's only the game in Gombe United versus Enugu Rangers that will be kicking off by 3 p.m. All right. Every other fixture is a 4 p.m. affair. We love that time. We love 4 p.m. We definitely love that time in Nigeria. Daily Trust. there are stories there. Portugal beat Czech Republic in Euros 2024 openers, and Andy Murray wins at Queens in a 1,000 professional match after that hip replacement surgery that Sir Andy Murray had years ago. A lot of people felt that he was going to retire from tennis, but I tell you, he's not giving up. He has continued to soar, and yesterday he was in action at the Queens as he beat Alexei Popyrin. You can find details of that story at the very back of the Daily Trust. Remember, I asked the Chelsea fans, if you feel that in any way you are maybe bothered or concerned about the fact that the very first fixture of the Premier League season for your club will be against Manchester City. Are you worried? Are you bothered in any way? You can drop your take on that. We on WhatsApp on 0809 993 0137. Now, other stories that I feel you should surely know about this morning. There is a 19-year-old that has taken the whole of Europe by storm because of his heroics yesterday for his country. And a 19-year-old, he broke the record that was set by Cristiano Ronaldo in 2004. Yes, Euros 2004. So this 19-year-old is Arda Güler. He is a Real Madrid player. Meanwhile, he has broken Cristiano Ronaldo's record from 2004 to become the very youngest player to ever score, on their Euro debut. He did that, and the goal was just breathtaking. He played for 79 minutes yesterday, and he scored one goal in a tournament. A lot of things, created 5 chances. He created 5 chances and won 4 duels. So Arda, he received calls from his teammates, everybody, even his manager. He said they called him Carlo Ancelotti, and he was just ecstatic. But the thing is, he says he would want to continue to do just more. He'd want to do more, a lot of things to still achieve in his career. He is not done. The Euros have been going on. Meanwhile, I do not know how you've enjoyed it. How have you enjoyed the Euros so far? Because the group stages, the round 1 matches, I would like to call match day 1 matches, done and dusted yesterday. Round 1 matches have finished yesterday. Meanwhile, the other story, let me tell you that that strike was in the game between Turkey and Georgia. So Ada, of course, is a Turkish international, and he plays a club football for Real Madrid. His goal yesterday for Turkey was the second goal of the game. All right. And he's still very excited. He doesn't even know. He's not really very sure what hit him yet. He even won the man of the match, award. That was just so good to see. Portugal played Czech Republic yesterday in the Euros as well. It took them having to come back from a goal down to win that one. A goal ruled up for offside by VAR, but then they eventually won 2-1. So it was Portugal that played the very last game of the round 1 matches in the Euro 2024. So today, other games will now continue in the Euros, like Croatia taking on Albania will be happening today by 2 p.m. Once Croatia takes on Albania, once that game gets underway, we'll know that match day 2 fixtures have started, all right? And then Germany will take on Hungary by 5 p.m. as well, and Scotland versus Switzerland will be happening by 8 p.m. All these matches will go down today in the Euros to kick off the second round of matches in the group stage. All right. Yes, I do well to get on board. Let's hear from you. How have you been enjoying the Euros? And if you're a Chelsea fan, the talk about having to play Manchester City, is it a big deal? I don't think it's a big deal, but I don't know about you. Our phone lines are 070 0951 0000. If you want to get on board by the phone lines at 0700 951 0000. It's drive time meanwhile, so I don't know where you're listening to us from this morning. Wherever you're listening to us from, it is just fine. There is a former Chelsea player. His name is Ryan Bertrand. He played as a left back for Chelsea, for Southampton, for England, but right now he is retired from football. Oh yes, Ryan Bertrand finally he's decided to hang his boots. The 34-year-old, he's been without a club since he left the Foxes, that is Leicester City. That was last summer. He joined Leicester on a free transfer in 2021, but a lot of injuries here and there, multiple injury setbacks meant he made just 11 appearances and was released after the relegation to the Championship in 2023. And since then, he didn't get another club. I have a message on WhatsApp. I have, all right, I have Kelvin. Kelvin is joining us from Apo. Kelvin says, Kechi, honestly, I do not care whatever or whoever we are playing. It's part of whatever. Okay, you don't care whoever Chelsea is playing first in the league, in the season, in the new league season, in the Premier League. You do not care. It's fine. Thank you very much for that. All right. So we move on to another. This time around, we will just touch up and tell you what's been happening in the NBA. Yes, the National Basketball League out there in the United States of America. Finally, the NBA Finals done and dusted. Best of 7 series. It was Boston Celtics that won. I'll give you more details after this call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, welcome to Sports Drive.
Hello?
Welcome to Sports Drive. But I can hear you clearly. Sorry about that. You might have to call us back, all right? You might have to call us back. Sorry about that. We lost the call. Okay, so I was talking about Boston Celtics, how it is that they have wowed everybody with what they achieved in the NBA this season. For the 18th time in the history of this franchise, the Boston Celtics are NBA champions. Yes, they're the champions of the NBA. And in the NBA final game 5, Celtic, they definitely put up a very dominant performance to finish 106 against 88. And that's a very comprehensive win over the Dallas Mavericks. They just stood no chance against Boston. Boston took that game to 3-0 at some point. Right? Yes, it was at some point. Then Mavericks came back to 3-1, and forced to game 5. So for game 5, someone like me, I was expecting maybe take it to 3-2. Maybe some magic would happen, and it will be 3-3, and we'll finally have a game 7. But all that didn't happen. Boston didn't want to take chances, and they put everything they had in that game yesterday, and the win secured them a 4-1 win. The victory secured a 4-1 win for them in the NBA Finals. And it's their first title, meanwhile, since 2008. Yes, first title for Boston Celtics since 2008. And everything they did yesterday was led by Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. And Boston definitely outplayed Dallas. Tatum put out 31 points, 11 assists, and 8 rebounds in that match. And Brown had 21 points, 8 rebounds, and of course 6 assists, which for me, it's amazing. It's incredible. In the grand scheme of things, the Celtics reclaimed sole possession, atop of the list of all-time NBA champions, no longer tied, with their bitter rivals, that is LA Lakers, Los Angeles Lakers. They used to be joint 17 titles, both of them used to be joint at the top with 17 titles apiece. But then right now, however, Boston Celtics now stand alone once again with, this victory that marked their 18th championship. And Jaylen Brown was named the 2004 Bill Russell NBA Finals MVP, the most valuable player in the NBA Finals. He posted a 21 points performance, that included 8 rebounds and 6 assists in the Celtics 106-88 victory in Game 5 over Dallas Mavericks. Okay, so that's the update coming through from the NBA. I wanted to tell us something about, how Game 38 in the NPFL season will be. If I don't say this, then I'm not doing us justice. The final game, we're back to football. Meanwhile, the final game of the NPFL season will be happening on Sunday. I said that before, and there's this circular that's put out by Davidson Omi. He is the chief operating officer of the league, telling all the clubs to make sure that they beef up security, provide security. In fact, they need to double security across all the stadia in the country to make sure that the final match day is in no way compromised. It just has to be impeccable. Everything has to be on point. We've had a great season in the NPFL, so security cannot mar it. Nothing should go wrong. Everybody needs to sit up to make sure that the league finishes on, ends on a high. Okay, that is a one. Then, of course, the Olympic trials also have to take us to Benin. The Olympic trials is happening in Benin, and really a lot of athletes are trying to qualify. Different athletes are just trying to qualify, especially the ones who are based here. A big opportunity for them to go to Paris and represent the country. It will be huge. In fact, yesterday, the Minister for Sports, Senator John Eno, he was there with them in Benin just to, give that moral support, that moral booster that athletes will ordinarily need. They have to get there in Paris and, make us proud and put in, just put in everything they've got, bring on their A game. Those were some of the words coming through from the minister to the athletes. So maybe later in the evening, by the time we turn over for, football friends, they will tell you how some athletes have qualified so far. And on WhatsApp, we have good morning, Kechi. Finidi George didn't behave like a Nigerian by voluntarily quitting his job. I appreciate him for that. And then he says, Chelsea will be a team to beat when the EPL resumes. My name is Chima from Apple. All right, Chima, thank you. One coming in from Ben. Ben says, Kachi, it will surely be a great one to see how the league season is going to resume in England. Meanwhile, I have been enjoying the Euros. All right. So the Premier League season will, kick off on a Friday. In fact, it usually happens like that. It will kick off on a Friday, then get into Saturday, and then into Sunday. Okay. And that Friday is the 16th. There will be Manchester United versus Fulham. And then on the 17th, and then Ipswich Town versus Liverpool. Then on the 17th, games like Arsenal, Wolves, Everton, Brighton, Newcastle, Southampton, Nottingham Forest, Bournemouth, West Ham, Aston Villa, Brentford, Crystal Palace, Chelsea, Manchester City, and Leicester, Tottenham will go down. That's for Saturday and Sunday. All right. So this is where we, come to a wrap with today's edition of Sports Drive. It is being amazing. Thanks for your contribution. Thank you for listening. You know well to not try to touch the dial. Always leave it on 95.1 and you'll be glad you did. A whole lot of interesting programs will still be hitting up on our broadcast list this morning. Kachioka for is my name. Have a lovely day.
This is Nigeria Info.